Sagittarius, hello. It is Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your mid-month reading. What your energy is, mid-month May, what's going on with you. And this is for anyone with Sagittarius and Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anyone else. Also calling in Archangel Gabriel. And let's see what is going on with you, Sagittarius. Your energy in May 2021. All right. So the first thing that I'm noticing is the Sun card. This is like coming from this place of immaculate health, amazing grace, coming from happiness, soul security is what I'm hearing, which is interesting. Soul security, coming from this place of health and wealth and happiness and love and joy. And this is the happiest card in the deck. So this bringing everything else up around it. Your higher self is talking about some kind of, here's the King of Swords reversed. We're going to clarify all of this, by the way, and ask a yes or no question at the end with the Angel Oracle. So, excuse me, Sagittarius, goodness. So here is your higher self. Your higher self is talking about this King of Swords reversed. This can be you, or this can be someone that you're dealing with. But this is the energy of not being clear with your actions. Not being clear with actions. So it's like words and actions are not matching. So your higher self is talking about that type of energy around you. Your angels and guides are talking about some kind of challenge with a new beginning and stability. And your advice is talking about kind of being defensive, kind of putting up a wall. Your advice is talking about making some boundaries. The big picture is talking about a stalemate, halting, not making a decision, getting more information before you make a decision. Also not being able to see clearly what's going on around you for one reason or another, and we'll get to the bottom of that. The heart of the situation, here's the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck, who is reversed, which means a halt. So there's some kind of halt in activity. We've got another king here. We've got 3 kings. We've got 4 kings. We've got 4 kings on the board, and they are all reversed. That is the culmination of all of the kings. That is Emperor energy, but it's reversed. I will say this, Sagittarius, that for me is narcissistic energy or some kind of narcissistic behavior, but we've got a bunch of masculine energy that's all reversed. I even want to say untied, unruly. So here at the heart of the situation, there's been a halt to some of this energy, the King of Wands. This person can be very charismatic, and all of these kings reversed can be very, I want to say disheartening. That's what I'm hearing, but what I was going to say is manipulative. They can be manipulative, but there's been some kind of a stop put to that, a halt put to this action of, I want to say defeat also. So here in this release, this King of Cups reversed, this is like releasing tantrums, releasing manipulation, emotional manipulation. This can be literally energetic manipulation. It can be like sexual manipulation. This king up here, the King of Pentacles reversed, this manipulation can come with material things like bribes, or I'll help you to feel safe and secure if you do this for me, whatever that is. And then this is literally like, this can be the energy of lies, manipulation through non-truths. So dang, Sagittarius, what up? Let's see. This is releasing emotional betrayal or releasing emotional manipulation. And here is resistance to not having this fairy tale, not having everything that you want and everything that you need. This is also resistance to divine timing. being in competition with the universe, Sagittarius, what's up? We are going to get to the bottom of all this. This is pretty interesting. So happening now and into the near future is talking about the future. The Three of Rods is talking about waiting for your ships to come in, but you've already thrown out the manifestation. And this card for me, it is about waiting. However, it's also about knowing that those ships are coming in because you've manifested them and they have been, they're right, they're coming. This is also about connecting with people in your future that help you. So this could be mentors, this could be project leaders, project managers, this can be people who help you and benefit you. So this is a connection with that in the future. Past, present, future. Here we have the Nine of Swords in the past. So we're coming from this place of absolute amazing wonderfulness, but then we're also talking about this Nine of Swords reversed is talking about releasing some fears, releasing fear, releasing tension. So we're coming from a place of fears and tensions, of stress. Also, this can be things that we make up in our mind. Fears and stress, like it's self-speak that drives us insane. But this is releasing that in the past. And then here we have in the energy of the present, we've got the Fool reversed, which is, I know this very well in the past. And this is about, manipulation of the material kind. It can also be of like safety and security. So this can literally be coming from childhood. And the childhood, it's like being manipulated with money or being manipulated with security and safety is something that you know really well. The Fool is reversed, not your first rodeo. It's like, I know how to do this, or I also know what this feels like, how this has been done, how it's done because I've experienced it. And then here in the future, Sagittarius is healing and very well healing from that. This is opening your heart chakra to be able to receive. This is your manifestation space. This is your identity space, your authenticity space. And it's being able to open to receive all the things that match you. So let's do some clarifying. Sag, let's see what's going on. I want to clarify with the Lenormand. Oddly, I have another Lenormand deck and it is calling me and it's over here. So I'll be right back. And I'll be using this one. Okay. Sag, here we go. We are clarifying with this other Lenormand deck for whatever reason that wanted to. The Gabriel's like, nope, it's that one. So here we go. I want to first clarify this Sun card. Wow. And the Sun is clarified with the Fox. This Fox, sorry about that, Sagittarius. There was all sorts of commotion. I had to answer the door. But I wanted to say that all that commotion is interesting right when I'm trying to clarify this Sun card and coming from this place. This would be a past. And we've got this Foxy who is, this is also manipulative energy. This is manipulative, controlling energy. This is conniving type energy. So there's something here that felt beautiful and healing and wonderful, and there was something that wasn't totally true about it, wasn't totally right. And I'm even getting chills on my crown chakra when I say that. Your guides are coming in, Sag. It's like there was healing energy, and I want to say there was negotiation around that healing energy. It also reminds me of this energy up here where it's transactional type relationships. I'll give you this if you give me this. Like, we'll make it even Steven. It's not totally relationship out of love. It's relationship out of transactions. I'll do this for you. You do, like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's not like this open heart, fulfilling love. And we'll figure that out a little bit more, but there's some kind of negotiation happening here for happiness or for joy or for healing. And this is coming, it is in the past. Lots of masculine energy. Also, masculine energy, it's not just like a man, it's masculine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy, but this is also talking about the actions of the intrinsic feelings or the actions of the characteristics here. So keep that in mind. And we're going to clarify this advice, needing to put your defenses up, make some boundaries. I would say so, with all of this action around like not right things or action around manipulation. So, wow, right, here's the whip. This can be sexual energy, Sagittarius, but this can also be arguments, repetitive arguments, and repetitive negative energy coming full force at you, which really looks like a lot of that, a lot of negative narcissistic energy coming full force at you, and your advice needing to be like, hey, this is a pattern and you have to protect yourself. So if you have a pattern of attracting this, or you have a pattern of being involved in this type of energy, it's saying look at it, but it's also saying you need to protect yourself about this. This can be an act of protection too. This is the big picture. Not making a decision, protecting yourself by going within, withdrawing. Let's clarify that next, Sag. And here is the woman. So this looks like feminine energy. And feminine energy would be going within, not being action oriented. So the big picture is talking about your internal world. Your internal world when it comes to dealing with all of this. You know what, Sagittarius, this is also talking about what kind of patterns and themes, what kind of programs do you have in your internal world that you don't necessarily talk to other people about, that have been created because of all of these masculine energy reverse type scenarios. This has a lot to do with your internal world this month and what's going on and what you're going to do with it in the future. And it looks like you are in a healing mode. So this would be healing in the future, happening now and into the near future, but this is a trajectory. And this is about healing your heart and healing your own identity. You are not the things that you experienced in your life. You are how you interpreted those experiences, what you decided to do with those experiences, whether they were positive or negative. But this is like the stopping of this energy, the halting of all of this energy around you so that you can heal, move forward, and recognize your internal lay of the land there. Let's take a look at your higher self talking about this. Could be how you are speaking to yourself, how you're talking to yourself. And if you've had this since childhood and you haven't changed it, or you still have these old programs going, this is really powerful. So here's your higher self saying, look at the lies in your life, or look at the programs that are not true anymore. Maybe they were true in the past and they're no longer true. But this is about some sort of beginning that had a challenge taken off, some kind of project that halted also. The energy was unplugged from it because of some reason. So let's clarify first this King of Swords. This King of Swords reversed. This is like, here is the crossroads. This King of Swords is now at a place where they're having to make a choice. They're having to make a choice, and your higher self is talking about making the wrong choice. Making the choice and the wrong choice is the one that doesn't suit you. The wrong choice is not coming from your heart. It's like not being clear with yourself about what it is that you want and making the choice, literally making a choice that you don't want to make, or choosing the one that's not right for you, choosing the one that's not your highest and your greatest, most benevolent outcome. And then some kind of halt taking place. And this is in May. So these are your angels and guides talking about this, not grounding into safety and security. Let's find out what this is about. Right? There's something that definitely does not take off. There's an ending here. This is a reevaluation of your resources. Ooh, I am hearing also your value. This is like some kind of halt on how you value yourself. So this isn't just a halt or taking away of it. It's a complete change. Talk about, this is almost like the death card. It's like there's a rebirth of how you value yourself and how you don't value, what you value and what you don't value. This feels like a really important reading for you, Sagittarius. And even with the way I was distracted and had to like answer the door and come back, this feels like there's been a lot of distraction keeping you from focusing on all of this masculine energy, this doing energy. It's like this distraction keeping you from realizing what you've been doing, like literally your actions that have been holding you back. And this is all coming to light, and it feels like it's coming to light in May. There was some kind of illumination that happened in the past, but there was also some kind of distraction again, some kind of negotiation or conniving that happened that kept you from that illumination. And you're being asked to look at the repetitive programs, the repetitive thoughts. Maybe I'm feeling thoughts, the repetitive messages that have been coming into you, and making some boundaries around those, halting that repetition. This all has to do, it feels like, with things that are going on internally. This is being able to lift some of that. In the past, it looks like I've been able to get some reprieve from this anxiety that I have. This even feels like some OCD type thoughts, like having thoughts again and again and again, and not being able to stop these repetitive thoughts. But this is reprieve from that. This is healing from that. And this is, I feel like there are other people involved here, and I feel like it does have to do with childhood, but it also has to do with getting yourself involved with people who bring those back up for you to deal with. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify the heart of the situation, how this is halting, how this energy, how you're halting this energy, how you're stopping this from recurring. There is some kind of new beginning. Literally, I mean, here's the child card. It can be a child. It can be a brand new path that you're taking because there's a child involved. Wow. Okay, so when I say that, I immediately feel complete vertigo. So this, for me, is the symbol of trauma leaving from your field, trauma leaving from your crown chakra. This stuff can very well have started happening from the time you were a child. But this is having to do with something new happening, some new beginning happening, some new phase of your life even happening. This could even be you taking care of your inner child. This inner world, this inner child, that is the big picture. So here, there's something new that's happening. There's some new realization from this illumination, even though it's been distracted before, or you've been distracted from it before. Let's look at this King of Wands reversed, please. And yeah, here, talk about distraction. Here's this mountain that needs to be overcome from childhood. This huge mountain that needs to be overcome from childhood. But for whatever reason, there's some kind of energy that you have halted. It's like you've put yourself in a bubble and you're able to I'm even hearing extract. I feel like extract yourself from the bubble. It's like looking at the situation from the outside, literally being able to look at the situation from the outside and not be completely internalizing this. It's still internalizing it, it's looking at it, it's just looking at it from a different perspective, but it's you. I want to look at this King of Cups releasing this. It's like tantrum. It's like an emotional tantrum, or it's like not getting your emotional wishes fulfilled. This is the in love king who's very disappointed, and it's about releasing this disappointment. So let's look at that. And there's something having to do with romancing what it is that you want, pulling in what it is that you want, romancing it, pulling it in, attracting it, giving it what it wants so that it comes to you. In order for you, I'm even hearing, not be enslaved, which is such a strange thing to say. That's what I'm hearing. It's pulling in something that you want. It's interesting, even when I say that, I'm hearing somebody's brakes outside, some big truck, but the like putting the brakes on. There's something that instead of letting all of this energy continue to go forward in the same patterns it did when you were young, or the patterns that you picked up when you were young, this is about romancing or pulling the thing that you want, attracting what it is that you want. It's becoming the energy of what you want so that it magnetizes to you easily and effortlessly. And that's the momentum you have here, the Wheel of Fortune. You have the momentum of your dreams coming in, your fairy tales, the key to everything. The information that was lost that you needed, you find it. That's the momentum. It's pulling in the information, pulling in the key, literally key, chi, pulling in the prana, pulling in. It's changing stagnant energy. It's creating motion and movement. Let's take a look at this Three of Rods. Going forward, your ship's coming in. What is this about, Sagittarius? Wow, this is about the heart. This is about love. This is about heart healing. It's like you have thrown your lines of contact, your lifelines out, and heart healing is being returned to you. That's exactly what this is, heart healing, Sag. This is a really interesting reading. Okay, so let's take a look at this Nine of Swords, this reprieve from anxiety and upset and grief and even fear. Right, here's the sun. Here's the sun again. We had it down here in the past. Some kind of reprieve that was then distracted. But here it is again. This is in the past. It's like there's some healing that happened, and then it's like the healing started, or the healing started to happen, and then there was like a, something thrown in the spokes to get it to stop. There was a distraction. There was healing that started. There was a reprieve from this that started, and then it was almost like this started up again. This transactional type relationship programming or patterning started again, because it's what you knew, or the person that you're dealing with, but it's like it's what was comfortable because it's what was known already. It's like you grew up with these patterns, and so you went backwards into those patterns after you started healing from them. So let's look at that. This is luck. And here is the man. This is masculine energy. This is your luck and how it plays out in your life, Sagittarius. There's some kind of, I feel like this is a false belief, but there's some kind of false belief here about transactional relationships, about how relationships have to be in order to be safe. It's definitely something that was learned. And this is getting over that, learned from childhood. This is stopping that and learning how to be safe in a different way, because to tell you the truth, this is not safe and this isn't ever going to feel safe. And especially now that you've healed it a little bit, it'll never feel safe again. And I think you already know that. You're already aware of it. This is why the heart healing is happening. Let's look at that, Sag. Yep, the stars. It's funny because there are all these stars too. The stars, the sun is a star, the brightest star. And here, this is also the Six of Cups, which is the soulmate card. There's some kind of soulmate type energy or past life type energy that is helping you through and bringing in that heart healing, Sagittarius. I want to take a look at what kind of energy is around this this epiphany and this heart healing for the future. And here we have the Knight of Pentacles again. We've got the Knight of Pentacles at the heart of the situation reversed. Like there's a halt of some kind of poisonous energy. There's a halt of it because there's this healing that's happening. And then when I ask what the trajectory is going to be like, what's this going forward into the future, it's slow moving. It's slow moving. But this night is also all about building the foundation, doing it right. So there's slow moving energy about building this foundation, which is a good thing. It's being sure. It's being sure-footed with every step that's taken. Ooh, what's wanting to come out here? What else about the future here? Sagittarius, tell me more. Yeah, this is old family values, old family beliefs. This is emotional fulfillment, complete emotional fulfillment. But it's like once I got complete emotional fulfillment, or what I thought was that, there was something more that I realized was missing. Something was missing. And so like this is the next step to find out, what was it? What was missing? And I want to ask that. What was missing? What was missing that you're realizing now that you want in this heart healing for your future? This is a quest. You are on a quest to find out what was missing. And what was missing was this twin flame energy. That's what was missing. The 1111. What was missing was the divine connection. Transactional relationships, what felt safe before in a transactional relationship, there was something missing, and what was missing was the divine connection, the soulmate connection, the divine love. All right. This definitely looks like a lot of romance energy, so we are going to pull from the Romance Oracle. Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on here. What are your angels and guides and Archangel Gabriel want to tell you about this love going forward? Make the effort. It's worth it. Make the effort. Make the effort to find this heart healing, to find this wish fulfillment. Let's pull one more. Yep, children. And with this, I don't feel like it's children so much. I feel like it's this inner child. It's this, what's affecting your love life is this patterning that you learned from long ago that you're having illuminated right now, that's lighting up right now so that you can see it, what serves you and what doesn't serve you. And let's ask Archangel Gabriel and the angels of the highest vibrations of love and light, any kind of yes or no question. We'll get a yes or no. And we can clarify that question too. So Sagittarius, ask your yes or no question. I even want to say earlier when the distraction energy was coming in, it was like distraction. I almost decided to start the reading over, and then I was like, no, Gabriel was definitely like, keep going, keep going. And I feel like that distraction, that's happened before, where there's such a distraction that it stops you from your progress, your progression forward. And there's something here that's like, don't stop your progress forward. Keep that healing intention in your heart, Sagittarius. And this is your yes or no question. In the near future, and that's in your position of the near future, we're talking about that heart healing. This is about pulling in those ships, pulling in those things that you've manifested. I do feel like that is a yes. We're going to get another one here. The situation will improve. Healing doesn't always feel good, but the situation will improve. I want to get a little bit more clarification on that. So in the near future, the situation will improve. Those stars, that heart healing, it doesn't always feel good, but it will. And it looks, this is wish fulfillment, those stars. Wish fulfillment with past life energy. I'm also feeling that release of trauma energy from the crown, right? What felt like a challenge or kind of like a bump in the road where you had to stop and reevaluate. This would be a challenge with going forward. In the near future, the situation will improve. To continue to be action oriented. And this is being action oriented around why wish fulfillment hasn't come yet. What kind of repetitive thoughts have kept you from having wish fulfillment, or even put you in that mind frame of wishes not being able to come true? There is something here about looking at the challenges that have come up for you. Why have they been there? Looking at and determining reasoning for these challenges. They're there for a reason. They're there to get you to see. They're there to get you to see these patterns that were created. This is mother and father energy, by the way. The man and the woman both came up in this reading. I hope this has helped you and assisted you, and I will talk to you soon, Sagittarius. Like, comment, and subscribe, and take care.